Okay, now once again, welcome all of you. Today we are shooting the second part of the video of English language last minute preparation, and this is the continuation of the same video that I have uploaded yesterday. So, welcome all of you. This is Adarsh Bili, and you are watching Success Mantra. Now, see, today we have taken the topic that is preposition. Now, in ICSE English paper, you will find that the preposition is one of the most important thing that you will find in the paper, because the preposition part comes of around 5 marks. Okay, so this is the important part of your language paper. So today we are going to discuss very quickly about the different type of prepositions and their uses. Okay, so first let's start with the definition. As you can see over here, I have written the topic preposition. So what is preposition actually? Preposition is a word that shows the relationship between the object and some other part of the sentence. Okay. By definition, you can say it always comes before a noun or a pronoun. So a preposition is a word that comes before a noun or a pronoun, and what it does, it shows the relation of the object with some other part of the sentence. So here what say that it is a word that is used before a noun or a pronoun, that is called its object, and it shows the relationship between the object and something else in the sentence. So what it does, it shows the relation between the object and something else in the sentence. So that is known as a preposition. Now there is one example I have taken over here. The example is that I am fond of milk. Okay. So now in this sentence, which part is the preposition? I have already written over there that this sentence has got these three things. Okay, like here we see that the word found is given, which is an adjective. Now the second word is here given over here. This is the preposition. Okay, milk is the object. So what it is doing? It is showing the relationship of the object with some other part of the sentence. That is this part. Okay, I am fond of milk. So this word of is showing the relationship between the object and the subject. Okay, so in this way we can say that a preposition is a word that is used before a noun or a pronoun. It shows the relationship between the object and something else in the sentence, which is most probably the subject of the sentence. So in this case, the subject was I. In this case, we see that I is the subject here, and preposition of is used over here. So there are different type of prepositions. Can you name any preposition? ठीक है. Now you see that most commonly, ठीक है. Most commonly you will see that there are some prepositions which have been appearing in the board exam again and again, and today in this video we are going to discuss about those prepositions that have appeared in the board exam many times. Okay, so you can note down that these are the prepositions which have appeared in the board exam many times. Okay, there are totally 23 prepositions. Okay, these 33 prepositions, they have appeared in the board exam again and again. They are most commonly used prepositions also. Okay, so we are going to discuss about them. So here you see, you can note down the word with. Okay, for, apart, to, from. Okay, up, on, at, among, ठीक है, at, among, then, to, till, in, within since down before between across under of through against. Okay, now you can see that these 23 prepositions, they have appeared in the board exam again and again. Okay, so they are the most important prepositions. You can say that these prepositions are most important. Most important prepositions are these. I repeat it once again. With, for, apart, to, from, up, on, at, among, than, to, till, in, within, since, down, before, between, across, under, through, of, and against. Okay, these prepositions have been used in the exams again and again. Okay, now let's see some other parts. Okay, some of the questions we are going to solve over here. Okay, these questions have also appeared in the board exams. Okay, many a time. So we will take those important prepositions which have appeared again and again. Okay. Okay. So let's see the first one. Okay. So here preposition that is by. Preposition by. See? He was praised dash his teacher. He was praised dash his teacher. So as you can see over here that what will come here? By. Okay. Praised by his teacher. Okay. He was let off dash a fine. He was let off dash a fine. Okay, now what should come over here? He was let off dash a fine. With. This will come, right? Okay. Next one is a man is known dash the company he keeps. A man is known dash the company he keeps. Okay, so what should come over here? Which preposition should come over here? So anyone? A man is known as the company he keeps. With or by? By or with? What should come here? By. Okay, so that is the right answer. So by the company he keeps. Okay. Now see the use of in into. Okay. The use of the next one is the use of on upon. Use of on upon. Okay. Now you see the word. The cat sprang dash the table. The cat sprang dash the table. Okay. Next one. Cholera cholera has broken out dash our village. ठीक है. Now you see over here that which one should come over here, and one more you let me write one more and then you can tell me the answer. She insisted that wearing the dress. ठीक है. Now see which one you will use from here.
Sir, the cat sprang upon the tree.
In also you add over here. Now see the use of on, upon and in.
Sir, upon.
The cat sprang upon the
Table.
So here upon will come. ठीक है. And in this cholera has broken out in. Right. In is the right answer. And she insisted dash wearing the dress.
Sir,
in.
On.
On will come here. Okay, she insisted on wearing the dress. Okay, so this way we use these prepositions on, upon and in. Okay, got it all of you? So the use of by and with, and this is use of on, upon and in. Okay, so we have used. Now the next one that we have over here is the use of up, at, for, from. All of you are noting it down or not?
Yes.
Note it down. Now see the next one. Use of up, at, for, from. Up, at, for, from. Up, at, for, from. Dash the topic again. The topic. Okay, now the first sentence is need you bring dash the topic again. Second one, how did this topic came dash? How did this topic came dash? Question mark. How can you put dash with his unpleasant ways? Third one, how can you put dash his unpleasant ways? How can you dash with his unpleasant ways? Again, a question mark is here. Next one, he was unwilling to take dash the challenge. He was unwilling to take dash the challenge. Okay. I met an old friend dash the party. I met an old friend dash the party. ठीक है. See, sentence number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sentence number 1, need you bring the topic. Need you bring dash the topic again. Now what should come over here? Up. Yes, up is the right answer. So up will come over here. How did this topic?
Sir, came from. From.
No, from is not the right answer. Which should be the answer of this? How did this topic came dash? Hurry up, be quick. Quickly you have to tell me the answer.
So up.
Up is the right answer again. Okay, now the third sentence, how can you put dash his unpleasant ways?
Sir, up.
How can you put dash his unpleasant ways? So what should come over here? Up will come. Again, right answer. Answer number, question number 4, he was unwilling to take dash the challenge.
Sir, up.
Yeah, that is also right. Take up the challenge. And fifth one, I met an old friend dash the party. At the party. Okay, so you see that this type of questions they appeared in the board exam once. Okay, 5 marks. Okay, this all these questions. It was a tricky question. No, you can see that all the places. You see that at 4 places up is there. Only at 1 place at is used. So sometime in the board exam you get these type of questions. Okay, so you have to be very much like aware of what you are writing. Okay. Now you see that we will see that there are some prepositions which are quite confusing. Okay, some prepositions which are confusing and we do not know how to what to write. Okay, there are the words are almost same. Okay, some confusing prepositions are also there. Take for an example that okay, like beside, beside and besides, beside and besides. Okay, these two words, beside and besides. Acha, now you tell me the answer. The factory is dash the stream. Now, just look at these examples. The factory is dash the stream. Okay. Then the next one is dash giving him clothes. Giving him clothes. Dash giving him clothes. He was given money. He was given money. Money. Now in this, these two sentences are there. Now in one you have to use beside, and the other one you have to use what? Besides. So these words are sound is similar, but the meaning is different. So in this case, what you will use? What does beside means? Beside and besides. Both have different meanings, though the pronunciation is same. So we see that beside means by the side of. What does it mean? Beside. What does it mean? By the side of. Now in this sentence, which we are talking about the side of, the factory is
beside the street.
Beside the street, by the side of. Who is sitting beside you?
Radhe.
Yes. So that is beside, next to you. Okay, close to you. So in this way, what we have to see that we have to use the word beside when we are talking about something which is next to another thing. Okay, so that is known as besides. Beside. Okay, now the next one is besides. Besides means in addition to. What does it mean? In addition. In addition to. In addition to, you understand?
No, sir.
And in addition to का मतलब हो गया कि इसके साथ में ये भी, इसके साथ में ये भी. तुमने खाना तो खाया, साथ में क्या किया? तुमने पैसे भी दिए. ठीक है. So what it is saying over here that Dash gave him clothes, he gave him money. So here in addition to clothes he was given money. तो कौन सा आएगा?
Besides.
Besides. Okay. In addition to, besides. ठीक है. In addition to, that is besides. Getting me, all of you? Okay. जैसे कि यहाँ पे कौन सा आएगा? Here, beside this one, dash tea, he also like coffee.
Besides.
Besides or beside?
So besides.
Besides. Besides. ठीक है, my house is dash the school.
Beside.
कौन सा आएगा? Which one?
So the first one,
The
beside.
first one, that is beside. ठीक है. Similarly, you see that next word which is confusing, that is next word देख लेते हैं, that is between and among. What is the difference between and among?
So in between we are talking about two people.
Yes, between among. ठीक है. Now when we are, what is the difference? Who will tell me this one? You have already given me answer. I want the answer from someone else. Anybody? What is the difference between? Will you please, Mr. Goswami, will you please tell me the answer that what is the meaning of between? Acha, what will come over here? The property was divided dash two brothers.
Between.
Sir, between.
So what will come over here?
Between.
The robbers divided the money dash themselves.
Among.
Sir, among.
So here you can see that we are talking about the property was divided between two brothers.
Yes.
तो यहाँ what will come? Between.
Sir, between का मतलब बीच में.
बीच में नहीं. Between is not बीच में.
दो लोगों के.
हाँ, that बीच में. उसको वो वाला बीच में नहीं.
हाँ.
कि इसके बीच में कौन आ गया?
नहीं.
ठीक है कि नहीं? We are not talking about that बीच में. हम लोग we are talking about के two people. ठीक है? When something is divided or this way, we are talking about two people. In this way, the robbers divided the money among them. So here we are talking about that when the division is done between many people, then we will add the word among. Okay, so the property is divided between two brothers. The robbers divided the money among themselves. Okay, so this is the difference between these two words. Okay, all of you. Now the next thing that we have here, that is, okay, now another word is there, upon. Now this word commonly you use, but mostly this word is used in speaking of a thing in motion. Used in speaking of something in motion. ठीक है? Like for an example, he was walking dash the footpath. That's the footpath. Something in motion. What you will use? On or upon? On or upon?
Sir, on. On.
On.
No sir, we'll use.
I have just given you the definition. It is upon is used for speaking of something that is in motion. So here we are talking about something. This one is in motion now. Is walking upon the road, upon the footpath, not on the footpath. The book is on the table. ठीक है? So in this way there is no motion here, no?
Sir, rest. Rest.
It is at rest. Yes, it is as rest. ठीक है? The book is on the table. It is at rest. So we will use the word. ठीक है? He is sitting on the chair or upon the chair? On the chair. ठीक है? In the chair also you can say. Don't think that this is wrong. He is sitting in the chair, on the chair.
How can we use in that?
Because you are already stuffed into it, no? You already stuffed into it. The chair is such in which you have placed yourself completely. In that case, you can say. Now see, one more thing is there. Among and between, I have already told you. Across and here, across is used to show the other side. Now the word across means other side of something, other side of something. जैसे कि take for an example, here you take an example of it, across. ठीक है, you take an example that train was passing dash the bridge. यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा, what you can use, ठीक है, the boat was going dash the river. The boat was going dash the river. Now in this case, what you will do? In both the sentences are there. In this sentence you will use across.
Second one.
In second one you can use the word across. What you will use in the first one? The train was passing. You can use upon the bridge. Upon can also come over here because something is there. Under the bridge can also come. Passing under the bridge. ठीक है? So this way you have to be very smart enough to select the correct prepositions, because sometimes prepositions are always they are confusing. ठीक है? Now you see that there are some words which we use now. See, there are some words like preposition of time. Preposition of time. Now when we are denoting time, we use the words like at, in, on. At, in, on. Now these three words can tell you about the time. ठीक है? Now you see that when you are talking about month, dash January, dash February. Okay. Now in this case, what you will do when you are talking about January or February, then what you will do? So here you will use the word in. Okay, when you are talking about a month. When did you go for a marriage ceremony? When did you go for the marriage ceremony? In January. Okay, in January, in February. ठीक है? So it will be like in January or in February. We will use the word on January नहीं, at January नहीं. What you will use, in or on, for months. अच्छा, when you are using the date like dash 15th of August. ठीक है? In this case, what you will do?
On.
You will use the word on. You will use the word on. ठीक है? Now in this case, dash 4 o'clock. Here what you will use? At 4 o'clock. ठीक है? Also dash Christmas time. Christmas time. ठीक है? What you will use here? He came home dash Christmas time. At Christmas time. So you can see that all these words are used for the showing the relation of time. Okay, so for months we will use in, Okay, when we are talking about some specific date, then we will use on. When we are talking about some specific time, then we will use at. Okay, like at 4 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. Okay, and when we are talking about some special day or something, then also we will use the word at. Got it, all of you? ठीक है, so we will come to this. Okay. So we will move on to the next topic. We will move on to the next topic.